buying a home is emotional. Selling one, that sure is too. Welcome to Houses Headspace, hosted by Brenda and Jen, a mother-daughter duo bringing you the real story behind real estate. Brenda's the realtor, Jen's the psychologist, and together we break down the mindset, the market, and all the stuff involved in life's biggest decision and moves. Because real estate is never just business. It's personal. Well, hi there. Welcome to episode 6.
Hello.
We're here today, Dr. Jen, to talk about choices.
Choices?
It dawned on me that, whether you're buying or selling a home, there's a lot involved in terms of choices.
That's a big choice.
Big choices. And I think the natural initial thought is that, they're just going to talk about buying. But there's so much to choose from on the selling side also. Mm-hmm. Ideally, just like, when are we going to do it? Like, I've talked to clients who one half of the partner's thinking, yeah, we're ready. And the other half is like a decade out. So anyway, choices. I'm going to throw the teaser out super early in this episode in that this topic is going to be extended to another episode. So we're not going to be able to cover it all today.
Stay tuned.
Ooh, it must be good. Okay, so we're going to focus on buyers. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. There is this awful phrase out in the land of real estate that I'm hoping you can testify that I do not prescribe to. And that phrase is buyers are liars.
Ooh.
Yeah. Isn't it awful?
I haven't even really, honestly, I haven't heard it. Maybe that's because you don't.
I hate it. Right. And I thank you. That's like the best testimony ever because isn't that terrible? But what does it really mean?
Yeah.
Buyers aren't liars. Buyers don't always necessarily know what they're looking for in a house. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of choices. Let's forget about where do you want to live? What do you want your home to look like? Yeah. There are some things that are a given. Like I had this one client, she goes, I want a driveway.
Okay.
I was like, we can do that. We can get you a driveway. We don't care what the house is as long as it has a driveway. I thought that was the best. We did get her a driveway in a lovely home. But it can be very, very overwhelming. Mm-hmm. So this is where I'm going to put back out there the phrase that I do love, and who you work with matters. Mm-hmm. So especially the past couple of years, I have felt very much like a real estate guidance counselor.
You've kind of sounded like one. Yeah.
And I think a lot of it does go back to obviously the challenges within today's market for buyers, but also the challenge of choice.
Yes.
Yes. So let's dive into that a little bit.
Okay.
Can you talk a little bit about the anxiety that surrounds that power of choice?
Yeah. Yeah.
And one would think that it would be so freeing.
Yeah.
Like, I can buy any kind of house I want. Do you want a condo? Do you want a townhouse? Do you want a single family home? Do you want a colonial? Do you want a ranch? Do you want a split ranch? Do you want a Cape Cod? Like,
it goes on and
on and on. But I guess that's not freeing.
No. So you gave it away. It can create anxiety. Like at first, it can create that, oh my goodness, that excitement and the feeling of joy. But then all of a sudden, when you really sit with it and really sit with that power of choice, it's like those dopamine levels are decreasing by the hundreds.
So the dopamine levels start really high. It's a feel-good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like when the whole concept is, hey, honey, let's buy a house.
Yeah, it's just like, let's rule the world. We're going to take it on, and this is awesome. And then when reality really hits.
When a real estate agent starts interviewing
Exactly.
you. And you're like, I don't know what I want.
Well, actually, you're not going to get that in this county. Like, sorry, this is what you're going to get. And then, you deflate their balloon. So, sorry. So, the anxiety really does hit. And it's like all of a sudden you're out in the middle of an ocean having no idea what is going on. And all of these different choices, maybe if they do have the ability to make a bunch of choices, because sometimes they don't.
Well, right. And in this market, having a lot of choices is a nice thing.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody tells me I just want this town and it can only be this house, like we know that there's a lot of limitations.
Yeah.
So and you hear me say this a lot in the beginning, especially, we're going to cast a wide net so that you can start better assessing your options and how they relate to the price tag and what you can best learn what your money can buy. And then at the same time, while we're setting up that search, I do know that people can't help themselves and they keep scrolling.
Yep.
And then they're finding things outside of those parameters that we already established in our I'm going to call it intake interview. That's more on your line, but and I think that's where like some agents will be like, see, buyers are liars. You're not liars. You're just
that
trying.
dopamine is high. They're like,
right.
Oh, look at this one and this one. But I wonder if we just go a little bit more outward, what can we get there?
Right.
And what can we get there? And
But
it just, it keeps going.
They're hurting themselves.
Yeah.
So help control the anxiety by making sure that you hire the right real estate guidance counselor to lead you through the step to, again, maybe help set those boundaries and stay within those boundaries. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay. Now, one of the interesting things, and this happened just this week, is the emotional response to residential real estate. There are a lot of emotions, right?
We've hit on that. Yes.
We've hit on that a lot. But I think, and obviously residential real estate, that it's your home versus commercial real estate where it's business. It's just cut and dry. It's numbers. So there are a lot of emotions around residential real estate. And I think somebody asked me just yesterday, when I walk in, am I going to get the body yes? And I was like, what?
Body yes.
The body yes. Is the body's emotional response going to tell you, yes, this is the one, and you have to make an offer? So from a psychological perspective, what is that body yes response?
What is a body yes? Yeah. So, I mean, with every emotion comes a bodily reaction. With anxiety, you are feeling that heart racing. You are feeling maybe your mind going blank, or maybe it's racing as well. With excitement, you are feeling also that heart racing. And your mind could be going a mile a minute, but it's thinking of all of these different awesome things that you could be doing to this house. And you're just envisioning it as, yes, this is mine.
Okay, so time out for a minute. You said something that I think is very interesting. So the bodily response to anxiety and excitement are the same.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so when you're sitting there on the cusp of life's probably biggest purchase and you're having palpitations, your brain then is going to get confused. Am I anxious and then hold back from, let's say, making an offer versus am I excited and move forward with making an offer? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So it's all in that thought. It is all in that thought. They are all connected.
Okay.
Remember from like episode, it was 1 or 2, the thoughts are connected with your behaviors and connected with your feelings. It all comes together.
Okay. So if we have that bodily response and that emotional response, then I'm thinking, because I'm thinking as an agent, like, oh boy, we've got anxiety and excitement looking the same. So then we need to add a layer of rational thinking.
Yes.
To then sort out, is this a negative bodily response
Right.
versus a positive one?
Right. The rational brain comes
The rational brain. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it in the location that works for you socially and your commute to work? Does it meet the wants and the needs and the vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we actually we can stop it in therapy when someone's in therapy and they're coming in with these same sorts of feelings. We stop it and we say, let's pull the logical brain out here. What is your logical brain actually thinking right now? And it's pulling from different parts of past experiences or past environments, or just looking at not only the past, but actually the present too, and looking at a wider scope of things.
Okay. Now with house hunting, you're going to be looking toward the future, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't live in the houses we're looking at before.
But you did, and maybe in the past you had this sort of layout, and the current house that you're looking at has that same sort of layout, and you hated it before.
Okay.
But then this current house, you're like, oh my gosh, it's perfect.
I have heard that a lot. Like, this reminds me of blank's house. And it's either good or bad. That's interesting. The other thing I think when people are looking toward their future selves is that it's funny to me because everybody's going to become an entertainer. The minute people start looking for a house, they immediately are looking at entertaining. And I do remember asking somebody once, how often do you have people over now? And they're like, oh, never. But it's always where they live's fault. Now, for me, it's the energy required.
Yeah. You threw like 3 parties, maybe.
Yeah, let's see. You can do sweatpants on the couch
Exactly.
or everything related to a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it's funny to me when people share what their vision is of how life's going to be when they're homeowners. And that's why you buy a home, so you can
Entertain, of
entertain
course.
and but it is funny the emphasis that some people put on that. And then when you talk to them 6 months, 2 years later, I'm like, so what? They're like, yeah, we haven't had anybody over yet. No. That's interesting. Now, related to all of it too is the again, just making a decision, but what about decision fatigue?
Yeah.
That's a thing, right?
That's definitely a thing. It is like when you are just going out and you're looking at this just house after house after house after house, you get so tired after a while and you are not getting those, again, dopamine hits every single time. So dopamine is the reward neurotransmitter in our brain.
Okay.
And so when you walk into the first house, the very first time you're going
that's
out and looking, you probably see a little sparkle
I
there.
do. I always look for the sparkle.
Yep. You see the little sparkle because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm actually doing
it.
this.
Yep.
And you see it maybe in the second and the third, and then it slowly starts to fade off, and you're not getting that dopamine hit at all.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I have adopted a practice where I will typically not show you more than 4 houses a day. Like when we do have an outing, I find like 4 is great.
Yeah.
One's boring. You need something to compare it to, right? 2 and 3 is great because that it's still your brain can handle that.
Yep.
I watch people. There have been, just because of circumstances, times we've gone out and we've seen 6, 8, 10 houses.
Yeah, no.
I could count on one hand in almost 17 years the number of times we've done that because I have seen it is not an efficient use of anybody's time.
No.
They get that deer in the headlight. They all start looking the same. They get confused. They're like, wait, was that the first house or the fourth house? So I have just naturally developed this practice where I'm only going to show you 4 to 6 max a day.
Yeah.
And I think too that, again, who you work with matters, and make sure that that person can listen and retain, or at least take good notes. Because I have seen too, and the challenges in this market with buyers, they're looking at so many homes, they're throwing offers out there that are not getting accepted, that then they do start to contradict what they said they were looking for. And they're like, oh, let's go look at this one. Yeah. But it doesn't have this, that, and the other thing that you said was important.
Right.
And I think that's where the anxiety shows
Starts kicking in.
Starts kicking in. And it is important to, you do the timeout in therapy, I do the timeout in real estate. Like, hey, remind me, you had said it was important for you to have a garage, and this place does not have a garage. Are we changing our wants and our needs to try to better find a house? And then a lot of times it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Fine.
Right. Or this one's on the other side of town. Are we changing where we're looking? That sort of thing. So, so it's important to keep control of that anxiety monster.
It is. It is a monster. I literally have the kids that I work with draw the monster that they hear in their head, which is anxiety. And I start talking then to that anxiety. And oh my gosh, there's so many names that they've come up with, and they're ridiculous sometimes. But the one that I'm thinking right now of is furious. And so when this specific client starts talking, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, time out. Is this you talking, or is this furious talking?
Oh, I love that.
And they're like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, okay, let's put fierce back in their hidey hole, and we can put it to bed, and let's think of what's the real deal here. Well,
and the real deal with real estate is that you want to build your home buying team. You want to hire people, invite people into the fold that are competent, who have, skills and experience and a proven record, that they're going to successfully guide you through that process, because the fear is real. It's a big deal.
It is.
It's a really big deal, and a lot can go wrong. But if you have that right team on your side, even if it does go wrong, you're still going to get through it. Right.
And you can end up with that house that you originally said you wanted those things.
Right. Do you think there's always going to be some like fear of regret or
I think so. I think it's such a big decision that there's always going to be a what if.
Yeah.
And there's something called cognitive distortions, which it's just how it sounds. We distort our thoughts. And there's a specific group called the what ifs.
Oh.
And it's where we're just constantly going through our day of like, well, but what if I took this route to work? Will that be faster than this one? Or what if I had that to eat instead of this to eat?
What if that house down the road comes on the market and I already have an offer in on this one?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there can always be a what if.
And sometimes I feel like, you're not really going to know until you get in there.
You're not.
Like, there are things that I learned after living in a house. I'm like, oh, we didn't even think a mudroom was important, or, something stupid like that. But you don't know. And that's why we typically have more than one house, right? Because life's wants and needs change.
Well, and this is my hot take here. So I feel that someone's first house shouldn't be this turnkey, perfect, just walk in. I'm ready to live here.
Really?
Just
Why?
Throw a comforter on and ready to go. Because I feel like you're not fully appreciating what a home really is. And you're not able to put yourself into it. You're not able to make it your home.
Interesting.
It's just a building.
Yeah, but if you like it, if it resonates with you.
You may like it. You may like it and it may resonate with you, but I feel like if you go and you, I don't know, redo the living room, then you have pride in redoing that living room. You can walk in there every day and be like, I painted that and I put up that, I don't know, fireplace, or you don't put up fireplaces, but I don't know. You like put up those shelves, and you can walk in there with pride and knowing that you made this house a home.
That's it. I think we all got a peek into your psyche a little bit there.
Yeah.
So that's your definition of
I told you it was
home
my hot take.
Yeah, it is your hot take. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna. I feel like this is a great topic.
Yeah.
And the next time we're gonna talk about like what happens when you have multiple people in the mix. Like typically a couple.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then some of the seller psychology also.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Okay. Ready for this or that?
Ready to go?
Okay. Self-checkout or cashier?
I don't know. I'm split. If I have produce, then cashier.
I don't want to look those up.
I don't want to look them up.
And if they're not inviting me to the holiday party, I'm like, I'm not an employee here. I want to go to the cashier.
Yeah.
But there are times, beep, bop, boop, bop, get in and out.
Yeah.
So it depends.
It depends. And I also you have to look at the person who's in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they have much stuff,
then I'm happy to assume the role of employee and cash myself out.
All day long.
Perfect. Okay. Early in waiting or right on time?
Oh, I'm right on time, if not late.
Yeah. Same. I call it Brenda time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is funny, though, because in your softball career, to be on time was to be
15
late.
15 minutes, then you're late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15 minutes early.
Then you're late.
Then you're late. Yeah.
So I think I rebelled against that once I was done with softball, and I was like, late all the time.
Yeah. And for me, I do think I've figured out that it's a bit of an adrenaline rush. Is that my dopamine hit?
Could be. You're hitting it all the time.
All the time. Yeah. Coming in hot. Okay. The last one, quiet house or music on in the background?
Music on in the background. I like it.
Me too. Even if, I get made fun of all the time.
know.
Say the music on, but I'm not necessarily in that room. But hey, it's there when I get in that room.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Jen, this was fun.
It was fun.
Until next time. Bye, Dr. Jen.
Bye, Agent Brenda.
Quick disclaimer before you go. This podcast is for entertainment and general information only. Even though Brenda is a licensed real estate agent and Jennifer is a licensed psychologist, this is not personalized real estate, financial, legal, or mental health advice. Basically, please don't make life-altering decisions solely because of something we said while hanging out behind microphones. If you need professional support, whether that's for buying or selling a home or taking care of your mental health, please connect with a qualified expert in your area. And if you're struggling emotionally, please know that reaching out for help is a strength, not a weakness. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.